Good morning class. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the next point in fourth chapter, that is error correction and detection chapter, that is concept of layered architecture and the transmission impairments, means error in a transmission, data transmission. In a previous lecture we are discussed the concept of OSI model with their layers. There are mainly 7 layers in OSI model. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection, which is also called as a reference model developed by ISO. In a previous lecture, we discussed the remaining 4 layers, that is transport layer, network layer, data link layer and the physical layer. The first layer in OSI model is the physical layer, which deals with the mechanical and electrical specifications of the interface and the transmission medium. Next layer is the data link layer, which is the second layer of a OSI reference model, and this layer defines how frames of information are constructed. And there are mainly 2 types or 2 sublayers in a data link layer, that is LLC sublayer and the media access control sublayer, that is MAC. LLC means logical link control sublayer. Next layer we discussed in a previous lecture is that network layer. Network layer is the third layer of a OSI model, and this layer defines how packet of data are constructed. And the network layer is responsible for addressing the message and translating the logical addresses and names into the physical addresses. Means it determines the route from source to destination computer. Next layer we discussed in previous lecture is the transport layer. Transport layer is the layer number 4 of the OSI model, and the transport layer is responsible for packet creation. The transport layer ensures that the packets are delivered error-free in sequence with no losses and duplications. Means transport layer provides the flow control, error handling and solves the transmission problems. There are mainly 2 types of services in transport layer. First is the connection oriented transmission and the connectionless transmission. In this layer TCP and UDP, these 2 protocols are work together. This is the all about our concept related to previous lectures. To remember the layers in OSI model, we note the some sentence or one sentence, that is all people seem to need data processing. Means all is A for application, people means P for presentation, seems means S for session, 2 T means a transport, need means N for a network, D for a data link and processing means P for a physical layer. This is all about our OSI reference model. The next point in 4th chapter is the layered architecture of the OSI model and the errors in data communication. Next point is the concept of layered architecture. To reduce the design complexity and the number of networks are organized as a series of layers. Means most of all the networks are organized as a series of layers, and each one built upon one below it. Because of layers, it reduces the design complexity. And the basic idea of layered architecture is to divide the design into small pieces. The basic idea behind the to design a layered architecture is to divide the design into the small pieces. Each layer adds to the services provided by the lower layers in such a manner that the highest layer provided a full set of services to the manage communications and run the applications. In a layered protocol, a layer is a service provider and may consist of several service functions, and the function is a subsystem of a layer. The basic elements of a layered model are, that is the service, protocol and the interfaces. A service is a set of actions that a layer offers to the another, that is the higher layer. Protocol is a set of rules that a layer uses to exchange the information with the peer entity. And between the layer services, interfaces are defined, and the message from one layer to another layer are sent through those interfaces. A set of layers and the protocols is known as a network architecture. And a list of protocols used by a certain system, one protocol per layer is called as a protocol stack. In this way, the concept of layered architecture is to reduce the design complexity. Organize means number of networks are organized as a series of layers, and it is divided the design into the small pieces, and each layer adds to the services provided by the lower layers in such a manner that higher layer provide a full set of services to the manage communication and run the application. And basic elements of layered model is service, protocol and the interfaces. Next point is the layer architecture simplifies the network design, and it is easy to debug the network application in a layered architecture network. And the network management is easier due to the layered architecture. So that network layer follows a set of rules called as a protocol. And the protocol are the rules that govern the network communications. And the protocol defines the format of data being exchanged and control and timing for the handshake between the layers. This is the concept of layered architecture, and this is the layered architecture of OSI model. In this layered architecture, layer number 7 is the application layer and layer number 1 is the physical layer. And between these layers, the service means between the layer service interfaces are defined. Here the interfaces are defined for the communication purpose, means the message from one layer to the another layer sent through the interfaces. This is the layered architecture of OSI model. In this, suppose this device A wants to send the data to the device B. This message travels, or the data travels via the number of intermediate nodes. And these intermediate nodes as well as A and B are concerned with the three lowest OSI layers, that is physical layer, data link layer and the network layer. And the other four layers, that is transport, session, presentation and application layers, are used by the sender A and the B, that is recipient or receiver B only. Therefore, they are called as end-to-end layers. Each interface defines what information and services a layer must provide for the layer above it. Means that or note that within a host, that is A and B, in this example or in this diagram, each layer calls upon the services of its lowest layer. For example, layer 7 uses the services provided by the layer 6 and so on. This is the virtual communication between A and B. The layer 1, 2, 3, that is 1, 2, 3 are the network support layers. They deals with the physical aspects of moving the data from one devices to the next device, such as electrical specification and the physical connection. Layer 4 ensures that end-to-end reliable data transmission, and the 5 and 6 and 7 are the support layer, means user support layers. The upper layer of OSI are almost or always implemented by the software. This is the application layer which is implemented by the software, and the lower layer that is the physical, are combination of hardware and software except the physical layer which is mostly for the hardware, and the lowest layers are the combination of hardware and software. This is the layered architecture of OSI model. Next is this is the example of exchanging a data using OSI model. In this example, at the physical layer, the communication is direct, that is the machine, suppose this is machine X, sends the stream of bit to the Y. At the highest layer, each layer in the sending machine adds its own information to the message it and receives from the layer just above it. Means it receives the data from the layer 7 to 6, 6 to 5 and so on, and passes to the whole package to the layer just below it. The information added by each layer is in the form of header. This is called as a header or a trailer. The header are added to the message at the layer 6, layer 5, layer 4 and layer 3, and the most of the trailer is added at the layer 2. At the layer 1, the entire package is converted to a form that can be transferred to the receiving machine. At the receiving machine, the message is unwrapped layer by the layer with each process and receiving and removing the data meant for it. The control information is in the form of header, and the process of adding header and trailer is called as a data encapsulation. The header and the trailer contains the control information in the individual field. Means that the layer 7, that is the application layer, which sends the entire data to the presentation layer. Let us the layer 7 cause the data as shown in figure. After presentation layer receives the data from the application layer, it processes this data and it adds its own header to the original data. Means the presentation layer adds its own header and sends the data to the next layer, and so on. This is the exchange of data using OSI model. Next point is the errors in a data communication. A communication system must be able to transform a data from one device to another with a complete accuracy. Data can be corrupted during the transmission, and for a reliable transmission, errors must be detected and corrected. And the errors in the data are basically caused due to the various impairments that occurs during the process of transmission. The impairments occurs during the process of transmission. The error detection and correction are implemented either at the data link layer or the transport layer of a OSI model. The transmission impairments, there are mainly three types of transmission impairments. First is the attenuation, second is the distortion, and third is the noise. In a digital communication system, totally error-free transmission is not possible due to the transmission impairments. Impairments means a disorder or defect, or you can say that damage the system by using these three impairments. At the receiving end, there should be a mechanism for detecting of the errors and if possible for their corrections. At the receiving end, the data can be detected or error can be detected and if possible for their corrections. And there are many techniques of data correction and the detections. Next point is the attenuation. Attenuation means loss of energy. The strength of signal decreases with increasing a distance. Suppose the signal strength is decreases because of the increasing the distance, and which causes the loss of energy in overcoming resistance of a medium. This is known as attenuated signals. This signal is called as a attenuated signal because of the increasing distance which causes the loss of energy. And the amplifier, here this is the amplifier, are used to amplify the attenuated signal which gives the original signal back. And the attenuation is measured in a decimals, means dB, decibels. The main definition of attenuation is loss of energy. This is the diagram of a attenuation. This is the original signal which sender sends the original signal. This is the attenuated signals, and this is the amplified signals which receives the receiver. Next point is the distortion. Distortion means that the signal changes its form or shape. Signal changes its original form or shape is called as a distortion. Distortion occurs in the composite signal. This is the composite signals. Each frequency component has its own propagation speed traveling through the medium. Means a frequency component has its own propagation speed traveling through a medium, and the different component therefore arrive with the different delays at the receiver, so that different components are arrive with the different delays at the receiver end. That means the signal have a different phases at the receiver than they did at the source. This is the composite signal, and this is the component in a phase. This is the receiver sender end, and this is the receiver end. Actual data sent by the sender and actual data received by the receiver with the distortion. Some distortion means the original data which is not get by the receiver, so that at that time or overcome this problem we use the error detection and correction methods. Next point is the noise. Noise means unwanted data or a random or unwanted signal that mix up with the original signal is called as a noise. There are several types of noise such as induced noise, crosstalk noise, thermal noise and impulse noise which corrupts the signal. The induced noise comes from source such as motors and appliances, and this device act as a sending antenna and transmission medium act as a receiving antenna. Next is the thermal noise. Thermal noise is the movement of electrons in a wire which creates an extra signal. Means the thermal noise is a random motion of electrons in a conductor that creates an extra signals, not a original sent by the transmitter. And it is also known as the white noise because it is distributed across the entire spectrum as the frequency encompasses over a broad range of frequencies. Next is a crosstalk. Crosstalk noise is when one wire affected the other wire. Means crosstalk is an affected or effect a wire on the another wire is called as a crosstalk. One wire acts as a sending antenna and the second wire or the transmission medium acts as the receiving antenna. Just like a telephone system, it is a common experience to hurt the conversation of other people in the background is known as a crosstalk. Next is a impulse noise. Is a signal with a high energy that comes from a lightning or a power lines. Means the impulse noise is a irregular pulses or a spikes. Means a signal with a high energy in a very short period, that is a spikes, generated by the phenomenon like a comes from the power lines, lightning sparks due to the losses contact in a electrical circuits. This is the impulse noise. This is transmitted data, added the noise in a transmission medium, and this is the received data. This is the impairments of data communication or errors in a data communication. Data can be corrupted during the transmission, and for a reliable transmission, error must be detected and corrected. Remember that for a reliable transmission, it must be detected or corrected. And basically, errors in a data are caused due to the various impairments, that is the noise, attenuation and the distortion. This is all about our today's lecture's point. In this lecture, we discussed the concept of layered architecture of the OSI model and errors in a data communication. In layered architecture of OSI model, each interface defines what the information and the services a layer must be provided for the layer about to it. And next point we discuss in this lecture is the example of the OSI model with the layered architecture, means exchange of information by using OSI model. Next point we discussed that is errors in a data communication or a transmission impairments. In the next lecture we discuss the next point in error detection and correction is the types of error. There are mainly three types of error, that is single bit error, multi-bit error and the burst error. And we discuss in a next lecture is the error detection methods. In that we discuss the repetition code and the VRC or a parity check concept or a method. Thank you.